Hi, this is D. Swagger. Some of you know me as Ocean, and some of you know me as the Oracle of Kent. And this is Decoding the Planets. I'm going to do Mercury Retrograde really fast here so that I don't have to always explain it over and over to people, because people say, what the heck? When I say, oh, it sounds like typical Mercury Retrograde stuff, and they're like, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to give you a brief rundown here astrologically. Now, bear in mind that astrology has been around for thousands and thousands of years before NASA. So I have a tendency to have a certain amount of faith in it. As the Oracle of Kent, which may be how I got the name, I have a tendency to believe in maybe a code-shaped Earth as well. But Mercury being the smallest planet and the one that goes around the sun the fastest, because he literally has the inside track. He represents some things that we are absolutely obsessed with in this society. Money, communication, and travel. So those are the main aspects, and so when he goes retrograde, you know, it's a big deal to us. You're going to have trouble with communications, you're going to have your communicating instruments break down, maybe you're going to have things go wrong with the net, you're going to have travel plans go awry, you're going to have miscommunications with your friends and loved ones. And I get to be a genius and say, when you come to me with these problems, well, in about 3 weeks it should all resolve itself. Why? Because during a Mercury retrograde, it's almost like you're in a different zone. You're in a different realm. Nothing is quite the way it seems. If you think that person is gone forever, no, they'll be showing up in about 3 weeks probably. Whatever is going on during the Mercury retrograde, it'll be different in 3 weeks. Okay, so it's not lasting. It's not forever. It just brings up stuff so that you can look at it. And, well, it kind of forces you to deal with some things. If you look at the spiritual aspects of Mercury, you'll be a lot happier. And if you don't expect things to go normally, you'll be a lot happier. You can use it. A lot of us now see, I started this a long time ago. I came up with this idea back when people were going, no, it's horrible. It's like, no, there's got to be some good use for it. You know, there's got to be some good aspect of it. And sure enough, there is. If you take it more like a vacation. Just realize it's not going to be the same. Take a vacation from all of the stuff that it physically means, thinking that it's going to react the same way it normally acts. Okay, it's not. So, what does it look like from our planet? It looks like Mercury stops, goes backwards, stops again, starts running forwards again, going through all of those signs that it just went through. This lasts for 3 weeks, 21 days. There you got 2 3s already, right? 3 is a big number with Mercury, right? So, and it happens 3 times a year. 3 3 3. So, I associate the number 333 with Mercury retrograde, along with all the other things that, you know, you can look up. You can actually look up numbers online and see what they mean. Gematria, numerology, and so on. But for me, 333, that's got a lot to do with Mercury retrograde. So, and what happens during that time? So for all of you who are born during a retrograde, a Mercury retrograde, you won't probably notice much of anything, or maybe you'll laugh at everybody else having problems. I don't know. But Mercury retrograde is a great time for reruns, returns, redoing anything, reassessing, research, whatever, return. Returning the junk you bought at the last Mercury retrograde that you don't like because you bought it during a retrograde, and you shouldn't buy things that, especially big expensive things during a Mercury retrograde, unless you're prepared for it to not be what you expect it to be. That is the advice. Just a bad time for certain things, a good time for other things. We found that if we were teaching some kind of metaphysical class, that there could be a much deeper communication. We could have much deeper, all of the things involving Mercury in a non-physical way could be much better, actually. So it's not anything to really be afraid of. You just gotta, like everything else, learn to work with the energies of it and realize it's just a different time. Things are just going to respond differently. Now remember that all of the planets at some point will be, from our point of view, retrograde. There's almost always something going retrograde. That's why the planetary alignments are such a big freaking deal. It's very rare that something isn't retrograding. So you see, that's what that's about. Oh, now I get it right. Okay. No, maybe not. Some of you are still don't. Well, it's okay. Don't worry about it. That's what you got astrologers for, is to help you out with this stuff. Okay. So, anyway, that is, as far as I can tell you, the Mercury retrograde. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below. I get about 33,000 pieces of email, so, a day. So, if you try to email me, you're probably going to get lost in among all that. But if you make a comment on my video, you will be seen, because, YouTube will usually tell me about that sort of thing, and then I can come and answer your question, and that's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me and start a dialogue if you want to. And so like, share, subscribe, and do all that stuff, because I need views like everybody else, and interaction. And this is Ocean, or D Swagger, the Shama Mama, the Oracle of Kent, saying, make waves, and the truth is where you find it. Hoping that you're finding it on my channel, and see you next time.